Okay, hey everybody. This is Grace, and my hey everybody is sounding funny, but oh man, I have been through a lot lately. I've been through a lot in my life, and I'm not exaggerating. But you know, I was in the hospital. You know, I was admitted. Actually, it was 2 days, 1 night, and it was very intense. I've already made videos about that, but it was very intense. There's a lot of stuff going on. And Adam, he's older, a little older than I, and he was with me, and he spent a lot of time outside smoking a cigarette, you know, each time. But he is still I mean, I'm laughing, but that's the nervous thing, I guess, you know, I have. But he's still having trouble with all that was said, because it was a lot. And you know, as far as I know, well, I have to see specialists and such. And so that's all I can say on that, because that's all I know. And anyway, it was intense. It really was. And I guess I just leave it right there. Oh, I hope they don't have this closed off again. There's supposed to be some marathon or something yesterday. And really, we had to divert where we were going, and that was a mess. But anyway, so he's still trying to, he's sleepy all the time. He's still trying to wrap his mind around, you know, more than anything else, it's that, you know, how, you know, all of a sudden this happened that I had to go, but it wasn't really all that sudden. This has been going on for over a year, and it just, they don't know what it is. They don't know what causes it. So if I'm sounding vague, it's because the healthcare providers, supposedly healthcare, I don't call it healthcare. Whoa, that was a lot right there. Whoa, a lot of stuff all of a sudden. You didn't see all of it, but anyway, I mean, they don't know what's causing me to have this problem. I got a really bad infection on basically on my abdomen. Okay, well, what's causing it? Like I said, last May, twice in the ER, and then in last June of last year now, not this year, last year. And never got any answers. Does anybody diagnose anything anymore? You know, they did diagnose some things, like, you know, nothing's wrong and we don't see anything. So we really don't know what's causing it. What the crap? Okay. What the ever living crap? But one doctor, she wasn't there. She was on video. Yeah. She said I might have a rare health condition. And yet another one. Okay, that is causing that. So, but I have to see somebody else. I have to go see my regular doctor, and then you know, they put it off to your regular doctor. Well, I don't have one because I just fired those that I had. Because nope. But I know I'm going to see one that I had seen in an urgent care. You know, just prior to all of this. Just prior to all of this. Well, you can include it in there, actually, because it's all together. Anyway, I don't want to get stuck on that, but on that part. Let a little bit come out here and there. But the thing about what else is going on is, I mentioned this at the end of a video. I just added it today. I just made it right before this one. I'm going to add it when I finally put that video up that I made yesterday. And it's basically about, I'm going to go and watch Terms of Endearment. I haven't seen that since it was at the cinema. I watched it there years ago. I think it was, I looked it up, and it was 1983. Maybe that was when it was made. I'm not all into all that kind of stuff, you know. And 1984, somewhere when it was out. Okay. I was having a little trouble with my phone, but my camera on my cell phone. What is going on over there? Anyway, where was I? We got something to eat. Where was I with all this? Yeah. Anyway, I said that about terms of endearment. I want to watch that. Because believe it or not, it's already started. And I really don't want to say that. And this is, as I said in that end part that I'm going to add, I really don't want to think that way. I really know that it's easier. It's much easier just to say, no, I'm looking at it wrong. But, you know, between my education, my life experiences, it's not me looking at it wrong. So it's not. It's easier to say it's just me. I'm seeing it wrong. I'm thinking wrong. Instead of what it really is. But the situation, you know, and I leave a lot of stuff out. I do leave a lot of stuff out. You know, here I am making vlogs, and a lot of them are vlog style. But I'm leaving a whole lot out. So a lot of stuff is not going to make any sense. But it's starting to rain. Yay! It's been raining off and on all day, but it's supposed to get heavier, is what I think that it said. The rain was going to get heavier. Something like that. Anyway. Okay, but, you know, one of the things is, I mean, I have gone my whole life with people who have more of the histrionic behaviors. I don't diagnose anybody, but their behaviors are rather like you see alongside narcissistic personality disorder, antisocial personality disorder, borderline personality disorder. Well, there's histrionic personality disorder. Okay, and their behaviors fall mainly under histrionic, a little bit under narcissistic. And they are, to me, they're the adult mean girls, adult mean boys. They're the ones that have to be the center of attention. You know, the drama queen, drama kings. It's all about them. Look at me, look at me, look at me kind of people. And they don't care what kind of attention they get. They want to be center of attention. I used to just call them attention sluts. And I've had them in my life, my whole life. My whole life, literally whole life. And you know, they have a little bit of empathy. This is the way I see it. This is mine. I could be wrong. I doubt it. My degrees are in psychology and sociology, and taught at college and university, on and on down that road. Look at that. Look at that, man. Anyway, that was my neck popping. In case you're wondering. But these are people that they might let, you know, have a little bit of empathy for somebody and let that person have attention on them. But yeah, not for very long. You can have a little bit of attention. So I want to watch Terms of Endearment, if that rings any bell. Because yeah, I mean, I was in the hospital. And I still have a lot, you know, to do. But you know, we gotta get that attention back on us. Okay, it's gotta be back on us. That's what I'm dealing with. And I mean, I'm not surprised at all. I mean, I can remember when there was a guy that I actually had to get him in the hospital. I had to go before a judge because he had cracked the back of his skull, and you know, like. Had to go before a judge. This is a very, very short version. It was a horrible experience, but all around. And did an order of protective custody, OPC'd him. And this is the short. I don't know what they call it nowadays. Everything changes. It seems. But the judge was, you know, yes, do it, done. And I don't want to ever have to take somebody's freedom away from them again. I mean, if it means the difference between saving their life, of course I'm going to save their life, which is what I had to do then, was to save his life. The hospital said if I hadn't done what I did, he would have been dead by the next morning, on and on. And he had friends and family who were big time histrionic. I mean, it's the story of my life, really. That of being around people who are very histrionic, in the center of attention grabbers, you know, just, they don't, like I said, they don't care what kind of attention they get, negative or positive. I've said it a gazillion times, making videos. They don't care as long as they're getting attention. Anybody who disagrees with them, they tend to say, oh, they're just haters. No, they're people who see what you are and they call you on it. Really call you on it. These are the ones who, go, little squirrely, go, run. They're the people who will steal your ideas, the copycats, you know, and they don't give you any credit, on and on. Anyway, so where was I talking about this? Yeah, but that's what I'm dealing with. And you know, there's something that happened to me when I was 59. When I turned 59, all of a sudden, it was as though, you know, I've always looked younger than my age. People talk about, wow, you look so much younger than your age. All those years of that. And then when I turned 59, man, it just, everything changed. 59, boom. And it continued. Then when I was, what would I have been? Let's see, you have, 59, 60 was when all this health stuff started. Okay, anyway. Whoa. But, yeah, all this health issue last year started. But something happened to me during all this. And it was a level of maturity that changed in me, and a level of wisdom. Seriously. You know, I had that laughter thing going on. But overall, I am a very mature person. And, you know, I'm 61. And I see things much clearer now with dealing with these people. But anything in life, not everything, because I have not experienced everything. But, you know, the thing that has been, like I say, the story of my life has been dealing with people who have very histrionic behaviors. It's not my choice. I didn't choose what family I was born in, where I was born. None of that was my choice. And as I got older and older, I chose to get people who were this behavior out of my life. But I cannot control, nobody can control who they run across in their life, unless they live on an island and they're extremely sheltered. You know, that's not going to happen. You know, it just doesn't. But what happens to me, and I'm saying to me, because like I'm just saying, I can't control, like somebody drove up behind me and slammed right into me. I'm not in control of that. And watch it be some histrionic, oh, make a big deal, you know, everybody look at me. I wouldn't be in control of it. So what happens to me, I mean, hopefully nobody's going to hit me, but what happens to me in something like that, it's going to be somebody histrionic. I mean, I cannot predict the future, but my past, pretty much so. Like the woman that backed up in front of me, and then there was a guy that backed up in front of me. Drama queens. Drama king. It was unbelievable. And I didn't hit them, but they backed in front of me, and it's like, well, what the crap? You know, looking at them like, what? And went berserk. The woman, she was around my age. Didn't know her, never seen her in my life, never seen her since then. In this neighborhood, backed up in front of me. And she told me she was going to come to my house. I mean, now I laugh. But really, drama. Okay, and then I think her husband, I'm guessing it was her husband. He was probably in his 70s. And I remember his license plate. And I told the police, and they said, what did you say again? I told them. They went, Now, that was kind of scary. Oh, yeah. It was weird. And I remember meeting the police officer right here because she was threatening like you wouldn't believe. Yeah. And that was a whole scene. Adam was in the back seat at the time. with the dogs, and it was a whole scene because like the night before we had been followed and coming home from a store, and he and I are two different types of people, but we both said it, that it was really weird. And anyway, you know, stuff like that. And then the other one was a guy at a restaurant. He was their culture, they believe that women are beneath them. Women are have to walk behind them so many feet, you know, or whatever. And women this, that, and the other. And he backed up in front of me. I stopped and I did my hands up like, well, what the crap? You know, I did not give him just one finger. I gave him my hands going, hey, you know, I'm here. But apparently that was me that was wrong. Because after all, in his view, apparently I'm just a woman. I have no right to say anything. But there was more to that. I would say, why I would say this. Okay, there was more to that. But it's a long story. Anyway, I'm sitting here with food. Should go home, but I wanted to wrap this one up. And how did I get on to that? You know, the whole thing about being around people who are histrionic, and I'm going to go home. I'll possibly watch the Terms of Endearment, and because I think it actually started all this before I even got out of the hospital. You know, it was only there for 2 days and a night, but it was intense. And for this kind of stuff to get started, because we can't let me be center of attention. I'm not an attention slut. Whoa, hey, don't be doing that crap. In case you're wondering, took up really close to me. Seriously close to me. Somebody needs some glasses, I guess. Anyway, speaking of trauma, I'm telling you. How could I have predicted that? That was like one time I was making a video, and I was at a grocery store, and I was talking about that where I live. I was talking about people with gray cars and all this, and I said, we don't really have that many. I've never seen that many. And I'm sitting there, and I'm making a video, and one gray car after another went by. It was like unbelievable. I could not stop laughing. Okay, it's going to get really busy here. School's out. So, yeah, kids are back in school for a month now, almost. Yeah, 10 days shy, I guess, of a month. Anyway, what are you doing? What are you doing? And there's somebody, they just, these people were wanting, I guess, having something done to their home, so one of these just put up, there's little cones and everything that takes up a whole lane when they could have parked right where I am and take up this. There's plenty of room for people to go around. Not over there though. But you know, sometimes things take you having to think about them. Okay, there could be some other reason. Like, you know, the stuff they have, the machines or whatever they're using. I'll try to give them. Anyway, now I'm being that, but no, anyway, seriously, this is, like I was talking about my level, you know, my level of wisdom, this doesn't bother me as much as anymore as just a few years ago. I don't get really worked up about this stuff because I don't want to think that it's, you know, just some sense of, you know, giving up, giving in, you know, desensitized to it, whatever. But I've seen so much of it, and it's just like, you know, I get it. These aren't normal people. These aren't people who are healthy, in my mind. I'm not diagnosing them. I just say that they're not healthy people, and especially not healthy for me. You know, people who have to work, and they work so hard at it. If they just spent that energy into something good, wow. But no, they just, you know, They work so hard at being horrible people. Really. Drama kings, drama queens, don't mean girls, don't mean boys, all of that. Anyway, I'm going to go home. I'm still sick, what I'm feeling most upset that they don't know what's causing it. One of my sisters said, "Are you sure you don't have a hernia not this time, but last year?" And I did not know women could get hernias. Our brother has a hernia, had when we were young. And I don't know the rest of his history with that, but I know he had some operation sometime because of it and stuff like that. But I didn't know women could. For some reason in my mind it was a man thing. I've always been female, always will be. Okay, so I did not, but still. And I think I really think somehow I pulled some muscles and they're raw and irritating one another in my, around my belly button. Put it that way, around my navel. And like I said, one of those doctors says she thinks that I have a rare health condition involving all that. Oh, shit! My God! Really? I'm going home. I'll talk to you on another video.